We're making Pasta Primavera today, which is pasta with vegetables, all kinds of vegetables. We've got carrots, red pepper, yellow pepper, green, no green pepper, orange peppers. And then we've got broccoli, zucchini, summer squash, did I say carrots, garlic? And we're gonna add some mint to that too, just to give it some kind of additional flavor. We're gonna make the pasta is gonna be bow tie pasta, which is called farfalle. So we got enough herbs here. Now I need to go and start the pasta, so because then I don't have a pan big enough for all these vegetables. So, and I figured it tastes so good when everything's roasted. So I've got actually two of them going. The carrots and the peppers and the onions are over here. And I added some very flavored olive oil, specially flavored olive oil. And it looks like they're almost done, but I'm not quite. So I'm gonna put these back in the oven, and it's time to put the farfalle, which is bow tie pasta, in the water to start cooking. Okay, buddy, you're going back in. Let's switch you around this time. Now, when you roast the vegetables, there's a lot of water involved. Woo! There was a hole in this pot holder, so, nothing like burning yourself, Julie. Okay. All right. Let's see. So we're going to put the farfalle in the box. We're going to start cooking the pasta. This isn't going to take too long to cook, so one. We'll put them. Why don't you hand them to me, Robert? 2, 3. We're going to put 4 in here and 3 in there. 4. We got 38, 40 people, so let's see. Okay, so let's mix that up so it doesn't stick. We need longer utensils. All right, so we're cooking the bow tie pasta. I don't know how. I'm certainly not carrying this over to drain it, so we'll have to figure something out. This is cooking a lot faster, so we'll do the little one first. Okay, I shut the oven off because I cranked it up to get them really crisp, but now they're done. And I think what I'm going to do is let them rest over here and then pour them into one bowl. All right, I think maybe these could go a little bit longer. Don't worry, you can say, oh, don't use that much salt, but let me tell you, it's all going to dissipate. It's what you need to give it flavor. Ouch. Maybe we should, listen, Mother's Day is coming. Please get me a new pot holder, okay? This one's got a hole in it, and I just burned myself for the second time, so pay attention, my kids. But there better be some flowers along with that, you know? Mother's Day, a pot holder? Gee, thanks. That's almost as bad as getting a vacuum cleaner for Christmas. Or an iron for my birthday. What do you mean you've been in the doghouse for 2 weeks? All right, anyway, we're almost done here. We'll have to test the bow tie pasta, which I think is almost done.
But I thought you were making the garlic knots from scratch.
Listen, I'm good. And if I had time, maybe I would. But I don't bake, I cook. And wouldn't you rather have something nourishing with vegetables than a garlic knot bread and, yes, you will.
Maybe we can introduce some people.
All these vegetables into this. I don't think I'm strong enough, but these are all the all kinds of pasta. We chose the bow ties today. However, you can have different vegetables. And because we're cooking for a crowd, you know, or if any of them are like Dan, they don't like this, they don't like that, but most people like everything. So they have their choice. They rather have a carrot and a red pepper, good. Then you can take those. We've got broccoli, we've got asparagus, we've even got peas, which reminds me. Robert, put the peas in there. I also generously salted the vegetables. You definitely need seasoning. That's the best part of cooking if you want everything to taste good. There you go. I like to see happy faces when they eat my food. Without bribing them. Okay. Well, the asparagus are a little overdone, but that's okay. I think I'm going to drop them. They were very thin, and I should have put them in later, so we'll take care of those later. Meanwhile, in go the zucchini and the summer squash. Keep the... Okay. Now, I'm going to mix these up because we want to make, you know, blend them so they're... Okay. And I'm going to add another green vegetable because... Here we go. It's broccoli. Now, broccoli doesn't roast very well. That sort of tends to burn too. I wish I had thought of that when I was cooking the asparagus, but the broccoli adds a nice green flavor, and I just blanched them a little bit. They're not hard, but they will add a nice green touch to them. Now, before I add this to my pasta, I want to make sure that it's salted very well. I don't have a salt shaker, so... And I don't know where the pepper is. See if we can find some pepper. But if I don't have that, I do have and then, Robert, you can open these tomatoes. All right. Here's something that I add that people will say, what is that flavor? It's a little mint. And it definitely will go with this recipe. So I'm going to mix all of that up. Did we find the pepper?
Yes.
Okay, let me have some pepper. And actually, I'm going to, instead of the pepper, I'm going to add some Hidden Valley Ranch. This is what you would use for dressing, but it has so many herbs and spices in here. So that's what I'm going to add. And I think it'll give it a lot of flavor. Okay. All righty. Let's see if the magic happens. I'm going to add this to my pasta. Now, I kept water in there because this is how you're going to make the sauce. And I'm going to put some goat cheese in there too. So maybe I should do the goat cheese first before I add the veggies. I'm just going to sprinkle it on the top or throughout the pasta. And I do have more pasta water. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, just ducky. This is Candy.
Yes.
She is the director
Yes.
of the Senior Center.
How's it going?
She loves to be filmed. Don't we all? Goat cheese will give it a little zing. You know, sometimes like pasta with no sauce can be a little boring. And you know me, I'm not boring. Don't anybody answer that. And you mix it up so it forms like a cream sauce, although there's no cream in here. But it'll melt with the pasta and the water. I'm going to add a little more pasta water to it, but I'll finish with the cheese. And just break it up a little bit. Alrighty. It'll melt, so I just throw it in there. Do you like my cooking terms? Throw it in? Okay. Now, of course, I need to wash my hands. All right, here go the veggies. I'm going to keep some behind to put on the top, just to make it look pretty. So there are all the roasted vegetables. Oh my God, people, I have to tell you, this looks really good. And I added the pasta water, which will give it a consistency like a sauce consistency. But of course, we're going to add grated cheese, Parmesan cheese, to this. All right, let me have the grated cheese, please, my assistant. Thank you. Yeah, so I suppose I could buy a block of authentic Parmesan cheese, but come on. I'm in a hurry. I had enough to do. And so I figured I'd buy some Parmesan cheese already grated. We use this at home, and I bet you do too. If I was having company and I was making a real authentic Italian dish, and I do sometimes, then I would take the pains to grate, because it really does make a difference to have real, authentic grated cheese. Okay, now I'm going to let that sit for a little while and let the sauce absorb the cheese and the spices we put in. Meanwhile, I'm going to get the garlic nuts out of the oven. Oh, well, they came out pretty good. I'm going to put them in a cooler pan right here. Look at that, didn't even spill one. Okay, so then they're just about ready to serve. All right, now we need a serving bowl, don't we? Something pretty, just to tighten it up a little bit. And of course, the most important thing to do is to taste this, because I need to know if we have enough seasoning. All right, let me taste a little zucchini here. And then I'm going to add the basil. And one thing I like to put on, give it color, is, and I didn't roast these, little bitty tomatoes. But first I'm going to add basil. I chiffonade the basil. I'll put the rest in here. Maybe mix it up a little bit. Bring some of those vegetables on the top. These are so cute. They're called sprinkles. And they're multicolored candy tomatoes. So we'll just sprinkle those on the top, hence the word sprinkle. Wow, I think that looks pretty good. We'll save the rest for when half of them are gone.
And here's an extra.
Really?
Yes. All right, put it.
And she's cooking next one.